Welcome, scientists. We have been studying sky patterns. We're on lesson 11 of our science sky unit. Our essential question is, where is the moon in the sky? Grab your science notebook. We'll be using those today. I'm going to help you with a couple of your pages, okay? If you need to, pause the video so you can run and get your interactive notebook. Number 3, the moon's path across the sky. You can see the moon in different places in the sky. You might see it low in the sky. You might see it high in the sky. The moon rises and sets like the sun does. It rises in the east, it sets in the west. It seems to move across the sky. Open your science workbook to page 23. Let's look at the directions first. Up there at the top, see the arrow? The moon's path across the sky. Draw the path of the full moon across the sky. They've started for you. See, the moon is rising in the east and up it's heading. The next spot you'll draw, the moon, is right above the house. And continue the pattern heading west. Remember, the moon follows the same path as the sun. It rises in the east and sets in the west. Let me help remind you of what the path of the moon looked like on our previous page. See the picture? You want to draw something similar to that. Pause the video if you need more time before moving on to the section on the bottom of the page. Let's look at the next directions below. Draw this moon's path. Now this is a crescent moon. We only see a part of the moon. So as you draw this moon's path, we want to keep the moon the same size because we're doing one evening. Look at the size of your moon. Should it change size in one night's travel? No, it should not. Pause if you need more time to draw the moon's path. The sun always rises in the morning. It always sets in the evening. The moon is different. It rises and sets at different times of the day and night. We see a part of the moon that is lit by the sun. Like the sun, the moon rises in the east and sets in the west. It is a pattern that happens the same way every day. I'd like to do a little read aloud for you. The story is called The Moon. It's by Martha E. H. Reston. In the sky, a full moon shines. It glows at night. What is the moon? It is a big round rock. A moon orbits a planet. In the picture, you see the moon, Earth, and the sun. The moon is 239,000 miles, which is the same as 384,600 kilometers away from Earth. What if we could drive there? It would take 153 days. A big rock. The moon is 2,160 miles, or 3,476 kilometers wide. 4 moons could fit inside the Earth. Dust covers the moon. It has craters all over it. The moon and Earth. Sunlight hits the moon. The light bounces back to Earth. Half of the moon is very hot. Half is very cold. How much of the moon do we see? It is always changing. Look, a full moon. Look, a sliver moon. Earth needs the moon. It pulls ocean tides. Thank you, moon. Now let's look at some real pictures of the moon. Here's what the moon looks like when there's no sun hitting it or reflecting off of its surface. It looks as though there is no moon. It's just all in darkness. Then we start seeing a crescent moon. The new moon starts, and it's usually just a little sliver of the moon showing, and it grows. And we refer to this as waxing crescent moon. The waxing moon is as if a candle is being dipped into wax, and every time you bring it back up out of the wax, it gets bigger and bigger. Now we have the full moon, and now the moon will begin waning. It'll look as though it's going away and getting smaller. Now we're covering part of it, half of it, 3/4 of it, and now we're back at the beginning. Let's watch this quicker. Okay, let's talk about tonight's homework. Please complete page 24 for homework today. I'll read the direction to you. Please complete this page before stopping your science lesson for today. All right, open up your workbook to page 24. They're asking you to do 2 tasks. Number 1, show what you know. Circle May 18th on the calendar. All they want you to do is circle May 18th. If you circle the correct one, it'll be the day of the full moon on the calendar. Down at the bottom, it says, draw the moon rising. Draw its path across the sky. So if you look at May 18th on the calendar, you'll know what shape your moon should look like as it crosses its path on the picture. So again, think back to what we did a little earlier in our lesson. Draw the moon rising and its path across the sky. All right, scientists, can't wait to see you again for our next sky lesson.